This is my developmental history project. During the first 3 years of my life, I was developing my social, emotional, and language development. Social emotionally, I was in the oral sensory stage of trust versus mistrust. I held tight to my parents and was constantly looking to them for what I could trust versus what I should not trust. Linguistically, I was still having to narrate what I was doing in my everyday life, but I would talk constantly and was the child that would tell you the story upon story just for the attention. While I was in preschool, I was still developing in the social emotional state. I would not go to school without my blankie, and if for some reason I forgot it, I would refuse to participate in any activity. The only way I was able to trust that I was okay was with my blankie. This helped me to move into the muscular anal stage of autonomy versus doubt. I was a very confident child and did not spend much time doubting myself. Cognitively, I was in Piaget's pre-operational stage of development. I was trying to use logic and was not good at sharing. Why should I let someone else play with my toys if I was already using it? In elementary school, I noticed some changes in myself morally and in my learner preferences. Morally, I was still stuck in stage 1 of Kohlberg's moral developmental theory, and was still being motivated to not get in trouble. I would do something and quickly blame someone else so that I would not be the one to take the blame. I also discovered that I was a kinesthetic learner and did best with either moving around or by a practical hands-on lesson. I remember sitting in class at my desk and would not be able to sit still while we were working on writing. This was also when I was diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. My teachers had to modify their teaching style to accommodate for the fact that I would need frequent breaks and time to get up and move around. In middle school, I moved from stage 1 to stage 2 of Kohlberg's moral developmental theory, and was now being motivated by self-interest. I would do things because I wanted to do them. It wouldn't matter if it hurt someone else because it would make me happy. This quickly transformed into stage 3 of Kohlberg's theory, where I was motivated by what people thought. I never had an identity crisis, but I would constantly be questioning and trying to figure out if others were judging me. Cognitively, I started to think more abstractly. My science classes were starting to become more about open questions and less about concrete answers. In the beginning of high school, my parents got divorced. This affected my idea of stability, and I was not sure about much at this point in my life. I basically stopped talking to my friends and became a loner. As the years passed, I was entering Erickson's 5th stage of identity versus role confusion. I never really questioned my identity, but rather found a place that I fit in. My friends in both my school life and my dance life really helped me to see that I could be myself and it would be okay. During this time, I moved into Kohlberg's 4th stage, where I knew that following the rules would mean that everything would run smoothly. I would bend a rule here and there, but I would never break a rule, knowing that they were there for a reason. While I'm still functioning in Piaget's formal reasoning, I can tell that my way of thinking has advanced since being in college. Socio-emotionally, I have entered the stage of intimacy versus isolation. Here I am thinking about how my relationships affect me more than I ever have. Development affects every part of the child, from how they interact with others to how they function in society. Knowing this will make me a better teacher because I can teach to the individual student rather than the whole group. This will ensure that a more complete and well-rounded student is achieved.